Alright, so what's good, y'all? Taylor Boy, I'm back in here with another video. This time around, we're gonna do a breakdown of one of my latest beats. It's called Rims White Down, Westcoast Type beat, Larry June type beat. You already know. I'm gonna just show you how I made the beat, some of the effects that I use, some of the plugins that I use, what I was thinking when I was making the sounds. You know what I'm saying? Show you the arrangement. And if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I got more content for y'all on the way. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Logic, and I'm gonna show you how I get down. Check it out. All right, so we just jumped in Logic. Before I show y'all anything, any plugin, any software, anything that I show you in this video is not sponsored or being paid for by anybody. These are just tools that I use when I'm cooking up beats. But I highly recommend all of them. So the first one is a pad. This particular pad I made from scratch. I used the Dreadbox Nymphes, and I got a video on that. And I got a chorus pedal right here by Boss. Right, so I got like a couple plugins. The first one I used was the Cymatics Origin. It's free. It's like a resampling plugin, and I got the resample knob turned up. Right here you got different categories of different noise that you can add. I added a reel to reel, a little bit on there, a little bit of chorus, a little bit of saturation, a little bit of movement to kind of make it kind of swirl a little bit. It sounds old, it sounds vintage, you know. I added some reverb by Baby Audio. It's called Spaced Out, and it's a reverb on the right side. On the left side is delay. The middle, it kind of it's like a joystick, and it's like a wet and dry knob, and you kind of move it around to your taste to blend everything in. I added an EQ. I just cut out the low end. And yeah, that's the first sound. Then I added the synth bass. I made the bass from scratch on the Nymphes as well, and it goes like this. And you'll notice that it's a nice sound, but it doesn't have too much low end. But later on, I'm gonna show y'all how to get that low end back in there, because it's a nice bass, but it can't carry the song because you're not actually feeling it. You're not feeling the bass. So with that being said, I'm gonna shout out to Trunks. He makes the Larry June type beats, and he drops gems on the 2 Ps in the podcast. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. But he was talking about how he layers basses, and I just did some research after that, and I just found out that, you know, if you ever heard like an EDM song and you heard like the huge bass tones that they have, what they do is they layer basses. So he was talking about how they have how he uses a high bass, a mid bass, and a low bass. So I've been practicing on that, and man, it makes a difference, man. And shout out to him for showing me that trick. And I'm gonna just show y'all how we're gonna fill up that bass range. So pad, synth bass like this. So then I added like my second bass, and it's like a little bit of a sub, and it's just turned up, and it's got a delay as well. And that's the 2 basses together. So we got a little bit of we can feel the bass a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then I added the sub. So now it's gonna it's gonna be more punchy, and you're gonna feel it. So if you got headphones on, you can hear it. So check it out. So with the bass, the synth bass is in stereo, and the first little sub bass is in stereo. The sub is in mono. It shows a stereo image, but it's really mono. But you hear it's like a big, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's more of a big bass, you know what I'm saying? Then I added like a lead. It's not your traditional lead. It's a lead that follows the bass, so it goes like this. getting funky. You know what I'm saying? And then I added an electric piano by Arturia, the SQ80V. I got some chorus on there. That's a free plugin as well. Or it was free when I used it. It was free when I downloaded it. The chorus, that is. I got an EQ. I just cut out the low end. And then I got the shaper box. It's got a slight pan, like a tremolo effect. All right, and then I added a counter melody. I used the June 6V. And I got some reverb on there. I got some delay. And then I just added the EQ. I just cut out the lows, a little bit of the highs. And then I added a little guitar. And I didn't quantize this guitar. I didn't quantize it. I just let it flow. I kind of gave it a natural feel. And then I added another pad. It's kind of like a lead, and it's kind of like a slow pad. So it's like. And then I added a lead. The lead, shaper box, a little bit of chorus, and some delay. And then I added like a old school drum break in the background. I got it turned down and pans to the left. Some EQ, and I got some reverb on it and some delay from the spaced out plugin. A lot of times I'll add some texture in the background, and it just adds a little bit of characteristics to your beat. And also, if you add like a drum pattern in the back, it gives you a different bounce whenever you add your real drums on top of it. It gives you a different, you know what I'm saying, a different groove. And then I added another little texture, and it's like a reverse texture. So you play it with the pad, and now it sounds like, okay, it sounds like a sample, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like it's sampled almost. So just add some texture in the back. If you feel like you need something, just add some texture and turn it down. Just turn it down a little, where it's subtly just playing a few decibels. Now I'm gonna show y'all the drums. So I probably, when I was making the beat, I probably had the pad playing and the bass. So I just got a basic crash, and I do all of my drum programming in Maschine, and I just do all of my effects and everything, every processing thing that I do to the drums, I do it all in Maschine. Then I export it over here to Logic. And obviously, when I was making this beat, I was trying to get like I was trying to get like the groove. So that's probably why I started with the crash. It's like I just wanted it to be like a big crash, and then like, oh, but this instrument I just got it. I got it on top of the hi-hat, like a hi-hat roll. And underneath that, you get the real hi-hat. You know what I'm saying? Hi-hat got a little bit of reverb on it. Then I added the clap. So that clap that you hear, it's got a little bit of reverb, but you also hearing that that drum pattern that I was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's going with the clap, so it's giving that clap like a different reverb every time the clap hits. Then I added the cowbell. Cowbell has some delay and some reverb on top of it. But I did that in Maschine. Added the clap and a rimmer. You know what I'm saying? Added the open hi-hat. And then I added a reverse sound. Add the kick drum. You know what I'm saying? Now you in there, you grooving. And then I'll bring it back. And then you got the whole beat. And then I got it arranged. I got like an intro, or you can come in and start rapping, but it's like a intro with the drums already coming in, you know, just banging. And then I got the chorus, and then you got the verse, and then the chorus, and the verse, and then you got 2 more choruses, and then I do like a fade out. Every 4 bars is a different change. So I recommend that when you're making beats, just try to make a change up every 4 bars. Whether you taking an instrument out, putting instruments back in, or doing drops. You know, you can do a drop before, you know, the chorus comes in, and I did a drop right here when the verse came in. I took some bass out up here. You know what I'm saying? Took out some other instruments. But the full beat will be in the description, so y'all can go ahead and listen to it. Please check that out. I'll play a little bit for y'all from the top. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. This is Taylor Boy, you know what I'm saying? And here's Rims Wiped Down. Peace.